This article is coming from Bloomberg. Mexico's central bank cuts GDP forecast with key rate at a record 11%. Their rates have just been a staircase up since June of 2021, similar to the US, but Mexico has double the interest rates that the US has. Mexico's central bank trimmed its economic growth forecast for this year and next after raising borrowing costs more aggressively than expected in February. Latin America's second largest economy slowed in the second half of last year as exports fell and local consumption weakened. While posting slightly better than expected fourth quarter growth, most analysts are less upbeat about Mexico's growth outlook than the central bank, especially with the key rate at 11% and more tightening expected. Okay, let's go right to the charts. And we're going to start with the monthly chart. And the peso has been on a tear upward. I would even say that it's been outpacing the US dollar. Now, this is somewhat surprising because Mexico is one of the largest producers of crude oil, and crude oil has been in a downcline. But this steep rise has to deal with the return that an investor can get on its money if they invest in the peso, right? Double digits. All right, so in any event, price continues to climb, but we see some massive sellers at the 0.056 level. So we're just going to we're going to code that. The yellow represents like monthly sellers or buyers in this case. Alright, we're going to go down to the weekly chart to see what it looks like. So price rallied, based until the buyers and sellers decided where price wanted to go next, and then dropped. Price pulled back, and the fact that price could not return to this zone tells me that there are sellers in this area. Now, because the momentum is so strong, which includes a gap in which the gap did not fill, I would anticipate price taking out this pivot high and continuing to rise until it reaches this zone here. And we're going to say that's the monthly sellers at 0.0564. Okay, let's go to the weekly chart. I love this area right here. It's okay, it's decent. Not a lot of volume, but we're going to call this area weekly buyers. At the 0.054. So kind of like what price did here, went up 2 candles, pulled back, resumed. Potentially you might have the same pattern setting up have a pullback to go up, potentially. Let's look at that zone a bit more. Here was a nice M pattern which played out, right? M pattern, dropped, price pulled back to the pivot low and dropped. Again, on a monthly chart, I said that price was going to more than likely take out that pivot because of the momentum and continue to rise into this zone. Potentially it pulls back first, or continues to move higher. Let's look at this on the daily chart to see what might be a nice level to short. So this green candle occurred on strong volume. So right now it's basing, trying to decide what price wants to do next, whether it wants to pull back, in which you may have investors taking profits, or it might be just pausing before the next move higher, which would be a nice breakout from current levels. Okay, so we have a gap in price. Gaps signify a huge imbalance in orders. So this is the zone. We'll do red for stop loss. We'll do green for an entry. Now, one minor issue. No, that's plenty of room. Okay, so as price continues to potentially move higher, it may form demand on the way up. So on a decline, price may hit resistance, which would be that demand level. It might bounce, or it might just push through because this is a higher time frame zone. This is just would be a daily time frame zone. So another potential price pattern that may occur is price may continue to resume higher, hit the zone, and then pull back or collapse. So I will be watching price over the next coming weeks, and I will provide an update. Until next time.